Welcome to Digital Asset News. I get top stories in cryptocurrency and digital assets and break them down into bite-sized pieces. Today, we've got some concerning news, I would say. First up is from you today. Whales are dumping Chainlink in mass. This is what the data is pointing to. So the question really is, how far or how low can Chainlink actually go? Also, Cardano is set to take over Ethereum's DeFi business if ridiculously high transaction fees persist. So really got to ask yourself, well, how high are the fees and how close is Cardano actually to doing this? And lastly, we go over a question today where I answer the question, which I did not do on the video from yesterday, which is, how the heck do I buy Theta? But we'll get into all that in a second. Let's just go over the market, see what's happening. So today, Wednesday, August 19th, and more red, which is not surprising because we had a fantastic run for quite a while. Bitcoin down 2.5%. So below 12K it goes, but I have a optimism that we will see that reach relatively soon, but who knows. Ethereum down 5%, but still able to stay above that $400 level, which, man, I gotta tell you, that makes me super happy. XRP, 28 cents, watch out. Tether is Tether. Chainlink is actually at 4.6% today, so pretty good. Now we are below the all-time high of, I think it was $20.01, but you know, anywhere around $17, I'm pretty happy. I mean, I picked up Chainlink a long time ago, and I'm happy with what's going on. But we're going to take a look at an article which states that things can get really rough. Bitcoin Cash, Cardano, Litecoin, I mean, everything's down across the board. Tron down 10%, USD coin, whatever. And everything else. So today, not a fantastic day, but look, you got to take the lows with the highs, and we've been riding high for quite some time. So let's just jump in and see what's going on in the news. So first up, more bad news. Whales dumping Chainlink in mass, says data. And when we go over this, I want you to take this with a grain of salt, because you have to understand that these whales, I mean, whales are whales, and they're only here for a finite amount of time. I think there's going to be changes on the horizon. So according to data provided by crypto analytics firm Sentiment, the number of link addresses that hold from 100,000 to 10 million tokens has been on the decline since August 6th. The headline-grabbing crypto corrected by almost 27% after reaching a lifetime peak of $20.10 on August 16th. So yeah, just 3 days ago, it was up pretty massively. And I got to tell you, once it started to go up past 9, past 10, past 11, you could take a look at some traders were like, hey, I don't think it's going to go past this. And it went 12, and then 14, then 15. Take a look at the RSI, the strength index, and you could see it was overbought, but still kept going up. And here we are. I mean, it went up to $20 and retraced back to 16, almost 17. But I mean, hey, you can't be too unhappy about that. And there was videos that I did along the way where people were continuously asking me, hey, should I get into Chainlink? Should I get into Chainlink? It's going to be huge. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be $100. And I said, just calm down. Just relax. This is not my first rodeo. I've been in this game before, and I can tell you right now that what goes up will invariably come down. So don't bet the farm on it, you know. And this is people ask me like at $17, $18, $19. I'm like, don't bet the farm. Dollar cost average in, buy a little bit here, you know, wait for 2, 3, 7, 14 days, whatever it is that you feel comfortable with, and then buy some more. Because, you know, you never know. If you think that, oh, it's going to go up forever, well, guess what? It's not. If you just dollar cost average in, it's just a safer way to do things. That's all I'm saying. Anyhow, into this article, Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy declaring himself the captain of Link Marines, and mainstream media is starting to cover Link Market, the local top of 1,018% rally. So if you didn't catch this, this was a story that we did a couple of days ago. David Portnoy, he is the CEO, and I guess he was a former owner of Barstools. He sold it for, you know, millions and millions of dollars a couple of years ago. But he actually sent out a tweet to the Winklevoss twins and goes, I don't understand Bitcoin, so come and teach it to me. And these guys came over. I guess that's what big money does. When another big money guy says, hey, I need help, they're like, sure. Actually, I think it's more so that he's got a million plus Twitter followers. So, you know, they're just there to push out the message. So they went over there, and this guy bought $250,000. I think $200,000 went to Bitcoin, $50,000 went to Chainlink, and he was like so impressed because he does a lot with day trading now, and he has a bunch of followers, and they follow him on his day trading expo. And he's been tweeting a lot about cryptocurrency and digital assets. So that is fantastic news. What's not good news is that I'm afraid that he probably, was victim of FOMO and bought in at a high and probably kept buying and probably lost right now. So again, I see this as a positive for cryptocurrency digital assets just to get the message out there. I think it's also negative because you can see all the volatility, but who knows? They say all press is good press, right? So we'll see how that works out. Anyhow, finishing up, on-chain analyst Ali Martinez estimated that roughly 64 whales have now left the network. And you gotta understand about whales, and that is that everybody's afraid of them, and they're so awful and whatnot. They're just, look, they're just people making money. And the thing is that this is the same thing with Bitcoin. It's the same thing. Whales control, or there was more whales control the massive amount of Bitcoin, and they sell it or dump it, whatever you want to call it. And when the price goes up, because they're here to make a profit. But here's the thing: there's only so many whales out there. And there's a lot of us, the small players, the ones that pick this up. And these whales, at some point, they're going to dump and they're going to sell off. But at some point, these digital assets will be in the hands of the people that really that really need it and want it and have strong hands, and will hold on to it for quite some time. So it's this Bitcoin, these digital assets, this Chainlink that was in the hands of these whales is getting shaken out, because these guys are like, they're not going to hold forever, okay? They're going to sell it. They're going to invest into something else and get into something bigger or whatever else they're going to do. But that's how it works. And it's going to disseminate down to us, and we're going to have more piece of the pie. Now, there are ways to not get caught with these whales, which is avoid the FOMO. And I always talk about it. There is one rule, actually there's two rules of cryptocurrency. The first rule is we don't FOMO. The second rule is we don't FOMO. So if you just avoid those types of things, just be careful, don't bet the farm, you'll be okay. And then all these whales that are dumping or selling on us, we'll just pick it up here and there. And later on, whales get out because we have the control. All right, let me know what you think about that. Let's move on to the next story. So next up, I like this one. Cardano said to take over Ethereum's DeFi business if these high transaction fees persist. So Ethereum's network fees are huge, and they're becoming a major concern, and more people are wary of paying the fees, blah, blah, blah. Okay, no one really cares about that. What really matters is what's the fees. So there is this site. It's called whitecharts.com/indicators /Ethereum. And just look up, Ethereum fees, and you'll find it. So these are the Ethereum fees right now. And you can see back in the day, 0.007, pretty nice, right? But that's when Ethereum wasn't worth much. And then it kind of came up, and then a little congestion. And this was in June 27, 2017 at 41 cents. And people were out of their mind, like, what, 41 cents? It used to be less than a penny back here. And then here we are. And then during the great bull run, December 2017, you had a spike, and it was $1.11, and people were freaking out over that. And then it kind of came down a little bit. Then in 2018, when it was kind of coming, really hitting a crescendo, you had it at $3.12, and people again lost their minds, like, this is ridiculous. And of course, the big sell-off, and here we are. Came back again, nothing. Here we are, coming in. And now take a look at where we're at right now. So if you can take a look at the highs, the high highs, we were at one point at $7.36. That is amazingly high, right? Now we're sitting around $3 somewhere around. Looks last value $3.57, and that is for today. Yesterday. So pretty amazing, pretty high, and I don't see it really going down because DeFi has just been hot for so long. But who knows? It'll hopefully come down a little bit. But that is a ridiculous amount of fees to pay, and that's just for like an average. If you want to get something done, you got to pay through the nose for the Ethereum fees. Like I had to do a couple things, and I was like, yeah, I'll wait. It's been like 2 days, so it gets kind of ridiculous. Anyhow, back to the story. Etherscan, this gets to it, the meat of it. Etherscan currently recommends a gas price of $3.50 GWay, however you want to say it, for a 20-second transaction waiting time. Meaning that people are paying as much as $50 to process transactions to ETH. So here's the thing, you can wait like I do. I'm not paying $50. I refuse. So I'll just wait for it, and that'll be it. But that kind of goes against the whole principle of cryptocurrency digital assets. It's supposed to be fast. I mean, it's supposed to be like not instantaneous, but I mean, as fast as it can go. But right now, we're looking at speeds of like Bank of America speeds. And that's not what I got into it for. So hopefully with the rollout of ETH 2.0, things get a little better. But there is something on the horizon. And what they're talking about here is that there was a crypto enthusiast, and I'll show you in a bit, that called on Cardano's Charles Hoskinson to launch smart contracts and native assets faster so that all the DeFi business on Ethereum can be posted to Cardano, which I think is pretty interesting. So this was the guy. This is Anthony Garretts from Twitter. And he just says, hey, I mean, transaction fees are crazy, and can Cardano do anything with that? And Charles Hoskinson, which some of you love and some of you hate, says, "Hey, I can't imagine it, which is why I built Cardano." Nice little dig. Then some other people down here just say, "Yeah, right. It's never going to happen." But really, could it happen? I mean, could it happen? We see this all the time, right? We talk about this all the time about the emerging technology. We talk about Netscape as far as a browser, and then came along Firefox, and then came along Chrome, and then came along Brave. And then you had social media platforms like MySpace, and then you had Facebook, now you have Instagram and TikTok. I mean, things just kind of get better as time goes on, right? So who knows where it could go? Let me know what you think in the comments section, but I hedge my bet, that's all I'll say. So moving down to the final piece, because the rest of it's kind of boring. Transaction fees are only going to get worse with increasing DeFi activity. Yes, it will. And while ETH 2.0 will try and address this issue, which I hope it does, I hope it actually makes itself and does real well. But some feel that it may be time to dethrone Ethereum with better and already available solutions. And I got to tell you, as far as like hedging my bet, this is why I've invested in the things that I've actually invested into. So that would be Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Chainlink, EOS, Tezos, Stellar, VeChain, and the new guy, Theta. So you may notice that this has changed because I actually had to update this, not just for Theta, but the amount of my holdings. And I got to tell you, because of the massive run-up for Chainlink, this is the percentage as far as price of what I actually hold for all these different projects. And Chainlink was a big run. So we'll see what happens. I mean, hey, it's cryptocurrency. It could go to zero tomorrow. Who knows? But the thing is, I mean, I buy all these things for a specific reason, not just because they're the shiny object or they look cool or someone says, this is going to be awesome. I look at it because, like, when I look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's the first. And I always talk about this firecracker theory I have. It's like firecrackers on a chain. The first one to go off will be the oldest, which is, to me, is Bitcoin. And it's what everybody talks about right now. It's what all the institutions are, gabbing about and getting into. So Bitcoin is going to do really well in the short term. Medium term, long term, I have no idea. But that's not my concern right now. I just know that Bitcoin, I truly believe, will pop off first. And then I have Ethereum because everything that has to do with decentralized finance, everything that has to do with smart contracts, Ethereum was also in that realm of the first. And I think it has a lot of activity. It's got a great team. It's got smart people. It's got a lot of contacts. It's got a lot of partnerships. So Ethereum, I think, will do very well. Now, here's the thing. Just like what we talked about in this article, I think there is room because everybody wants to hit up the king. And right now, Ethereum is the king right now of that sector. So what could that mean? That's why I invested into Cardano and EOS and Tezos for the smart contract capability. So if Ethereum doesn't make it, hey, doesn't make it. I'm not here to shed tears. I'm here to make a profit. And that's why I invested in other parts. XRP and Stellar, I invested into cross-border payments and remittances. XRP is more like the banker's coin, so I got into that because I thought that'd be good. But then Stellar, I like their business plan, which is to bank the unbanked, and I can get behind that. So I think one of those will win out. Don't know which one it is, so I got them both. And then Chainlink, all these different smart contracts we talk about, they all need what's called an oracle. I know there's other oracles coming up, but again, Chainlink's the first. Now, I might get into something else later, but right now, Chainlink, like I talk about the firecracker theory, I think it's the next one to pop off. And if all these different smart contracts work, whether that be Ethereum, EOS, Cardano, or whatever, or Tezos, they're going to need some type of oracle, and I think Chainlink's it. So VeChain and Theta, VeChain just makes sense to me because of my Amazon business, because I need to track these types of things. I need to see, like, especially for these shifty. Well, I used to work with shifty distributors in China. I cut them off. After everything happened, I just don't deal with them. So, but with VeChain, I mean, to actually be able to track for forgeries, I mean, just think about like Nike. And then there was an aerospace person. One of their comments said that they have a real problem with counterfeit parts. And when they get them in, they're like, well, we hope these things work. I mean, they have to test them and everything else. But to eliminate counterfeit on that part, on baby formula, on different products that are like high-end stuff, VeChain is it. I like it. And not only that, we talked about yesterday about their partnership with the third largest pasta producing company in Italy, where they are verifying all the different aspects that the employees have to do to meet coronavirus regulations. So, I mean, VeChain only makes sense to me. And Theta is the last one. And Theta, because of what's going on with esports, because of what is going on with the bandwidth problem, I would say, because we all need bandwidth. And in the share economy, Theta takes the unused bandwidth that you're not using, and you earn T-Fuel, and it has a bunch of partnerships, and one of the co-founders, or person involved, I guess, will be the co-founder of YouTube. So that's a very long reason, but that's why I invest in these things. And I think one of them is going to do well. If not all of them, who knows? All right. And speaking of Theta, this is to lead us to the question today, because I talked about adding Theta as to my portfolio yesterday, and I wanted to. The problem was that people asked me, well, where'd you get it? Where'd you get it? Where do you get it? And I messed up. I didn't tell you exactly where to get it, because now you can get it at Coinbase. So let's jump in the office and I'll explain. All right, everybody, welcome back to the office. So on yesterday's video, I talked about there was a new addition to my portfolio. One, I was going to massively increase my my purchase of VeChain, which I started off yesterday. And the next one I talked about was getting Theta. So I said, yeah, I'm going to get Theta. I'm going to add it to my portfolio. Unfortunately, I didn't explain to you exactly how I was going to buy Theta, because it's like you just go to Coinbase or Kraken or Gemini or any of the big exchanges to get Theta. They actually has to jump through some hoops. Let me just say this. We are so early in this, our little cryptocurrency digital asset ventures, that it's actually difficult to get the things that you want. So think about that. All the things that you can have or should have are usually at your fingertips. But with cryptocurrency, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you got to jump through some hoops to get what you're looking for. So I'm going to jump it back into my computer, and I'm going to show you exactly how this goes. It's a little tricky at first for those of you who are the uninitiated, who don't do this too much. I don't do this too much myself. I kind of stick to the easy things, but it will actually pay dividends, I believe, in the future. So let's jump into my computer. All right, first things first. If you look in the description of my videos, there's going to be a Google spreadsheet with it's a link. It's going to link you to the exchange and wallet fees, and it looks like this. And I'm going to direct you here because there's been some problems with links and people going to the wrong place, as far as especially with Uniswap. So I don't want that to happen to you. So just go here because this is the right link, and I know it is because I use it. Anyhow, look at SimpleSwap. You don't need to sign up. Just click here. And then you click there. So this is going to be a two-parter, okay? You're going to need SimpleSwap, and you're going to need a Theta wallet. So first things first, it's going to say, just so you're aware of how this all works. So SimpleSwap, there's two types, floating rate and fixed rate. If you click on fixed rate, and let's just use Ethereum, whatever you have for your cryptocurrency. I'm going to say Ethereum. And if we look for Theta, it's not there, okay? So you got to go to floating rate. You got to make sure you click on that. Make sure Ethereum's there. Click on this. And we're going to look at Theta. Whoops. Got to be able to spell it. And it's going to ask us, enter the recipient's Theta address. That's us. So what we got to do is we got to go to this website. It's called thetatoken.org. And you're going to click on this thing called wallet. And of course, I already have a wallet, but you don't. So you're going to click on create wallet. And you're going to set a new password, whatever that is. I don't know what you want to do. And then re-enter password, and then click right there. And then download the key store. And the key store is just this little file that you can store on your computer. So when you want to access your wallet, you can get into it. Also, it's going to also give you that seed phrase so you can write that down. So just write it down. It makes it super simple, right? Okay. But here, I already have a wallet. I'm going to unlock it. So again, there's ways to unlock it by using that key store I talked about, by using the mnemonic phrase, if you have a private key, or if you have a hardware wallet like a Trezor or a Ledger. I'm just going to use the key store because it's way easier. The mnemonic I've already written down in my cool stone book. If you don't have one of those, good luck getting them because they're all sold out. But my friend Freddie, he's got some coming in, so I'll let you know when those get in there. So let me just get the key store. I'm going to, so I got the key in there, and then there's my password. I'm going to unlock my wallet. And look out, I got 1,000, 1,800, almost 1,900 Theta that I bought. Wow. All right, so what I'm going to need is I want to receive, and I'm going to copy my public address. Remember, public address, you paste it anywhere you want to. Private address, private keys, keep those yourself. I don't want to know those. The only people that want to know those are scammers. So we're going to copy this. Your address has been copied. I'm going to go back to simple swap. So let's do this. Let's use, instead of Ethereum, let's see if we can use XRP. That's pretty fast. And it's pretty much a stable coin anyhow, right? So XRP, and we're going to look for Theta. Oh, so there's always minimum amounts, 247 XRP. So for this one, let's put in, so let's see, 247. I'll just do it 250, I guess. It's like 80 bucks? I don't know. 70, whatever. So, okay, so we're going to get back Theta, and let's put a Theta address in there, which, put that right there, and we'll click Exchange. So remember, so with XRP, you must put in this thing called a destination tag. Now, we can use Ethereum. That's probably going to be super slow and kind of pricey. You can use Bitcoin. I don't know how fast that is these days. But XRP is pretty darn quick. So let's just do this. Destination tag and whatever else. So wherever you have your cryptocurrency, on whatever wallet or platform, whatever else, that's where you're going to send your XRP to, or to your Ethereum, whatever else. So I got a little XRP on my Coinbase wallet. I'm going to click on the little send, like a paper airplane. And how much am I sending? $250. Whoops, $250. Let me switch that. 250 XRP. And I'm going to continue. Where am I sending it to? Well, I'm going to click on the QR code. And right there. Scan that guy. Note. I'll just put a little note in here. Simple swap for Theta. Memo or destination tag 261220548. And it will not let you go without doing that. I'm going to click preview. And just so you know, memo is the same thing as destination tag. All right, so we're sending $71.76 or 250 XRP to blah, 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 this address. And we're going to pay with the XRP wallet. Coinbase fee 0, like that. Network fee 0, total 70. Let's send now, see what happens. Okay, sent 71.76 to REMV. Now last VSC. Try to takes a few seconds. That'll be interesting to see, actually. So first things first. Remember that exchange ID. Copy that, because you might want to get this so you can see the whole thing go down, confirming, exchanging, sending, and finish. That's important. Okay, so it's been about 20 minutes or so, and I had to do some things, but I stepped away. Let's see what we got. So if it doesn't come up for you for whatever reason, the swap, remember that tracking number that we had, that we definitely did write it down or copied and pasted. So we're going to copy that or paste it right in there to track your swap. And we're going to get that icon there, little search, and okay. So it's already gone through, it's confirmed, the exchange did it, it sent it, and it's finished. So we should have gotten 166 Theta into our Theta wallet. Let's go to our Theta wallet and verify that. And there it is. So there you go. There's your Theta and how to grab it. All right, so that's it. Not too bad, I hope. This will get you on that path to Theta. Now, unfortunately, you can't do it like how Gemini or Voyager has it, or even Coinbase, where they have recurring buys. Every time you want to buy something like that, it's not a set it and forget it. You have to actually go through those steps and get it every time. So hopefully that leads you onto the path to get Theta if you're interested in that. But that's all up to you. All right, let's jump back. All right, and that's it for today. So hopefully that made sense and helps you all out. Well, before we take off, just so you know, there's a Join Now button underneath. You don't get anything special. It's just $1.99. It's kind of like a tip. And I just give random shout-outs. So let's do that. So I got fun Jess Zadra. I've got Kay Newman. I've got Shift Happens, Joe Griffith, Joseph F., and Timothy Dillon. So thanks to all everybody who has signed up. Really appreciate it. If you like those types of videos, There's going to be 2 more that's going to pop up on your left and right. Not sure. YouTube controls all that stuff, just like the ads you may have seen in the beginning, middle, and end. Whether it be scams or legit, I have no control over those. So again, thanks for checking out, and I'll see you on the next one.